Hola a todos y bienvenidos a Objetivo Español. Today we are doing 3 questions of the GCSE Spanish reading paper, Foundation Tier. On this occasion, I will read the text in Spanish out loud so that you can practice the listening and reading comprehension at the same time. I will also explain key vocab and give you tips to identify the correct answer. As in my previous videos, after each question, you will be able to mark your answers. I hope you find it useful and improve your level of Spanish for your GCSE exam. ¿Estás preparado? ¿Estás preparada? Empezamos. Before we start the exam, let me remind you that the questions are arranged by level of difficulty. The easiest questions will always appear first. Therefore, my suggestion is that you do the questions in order and spend more time on the last questions. Additionally, it's important that you always read the title, the instructions, and the questions before the text. For example, in this question, the title is Helping Homeless People, and what you have to do is to identify what monthly contribution provides what. This is a multiple choice question with 6 possible answers, and you must identify 4. Here, you have to guide yourself by the keywords. Sus contribuciones mensuales son importantes. 5 euros, comida caliente. 10 euros, cama para una noche. 20 euros, ropa nueva. 30 euros, atención médica. As you probably know, the noun comida in Spanish comes from the verb comer, to eat, and it means food or lunch, depending on the context. Cama means bed, ropa, clothes, and atención médica corresponds with the answer C, doctor's checkups. In question 2, you're going to read the information about a festival in the town of Solsona. This is a true, false, and not mentioned question. Festival de Solsona. Procesiones de personas que llevan camisetas amarillas. Bailes por las calles. Mercado con vinos de la región. Para más información, visiten la oficina de turismo. Cerrada los domingos. Let's have a look at the answers now. Question 2.1 is false because the people in the processions wear yellow and not red t-shirts. It says amarillas and not rojas. The next question is not mentioned. It says that the dancing takes place in the streets, but we don't know if this is at night. Question 2.3 is true because it says that there is a market with wines from the region. Finally, the Tourist Information Office isn't open every day as it closes on Sunday. You must memorize the colors in Spanish. Amarillo, rojo, azul, verde, naranja, marrón, rosa, gris, blanco y negro. You also need to know the days of the week. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado y domingo. In Spanish, as you can see, we don't use a capital letter for the days of the week. You must know as well the difference between cerrado and abierto. Cerrado comes from cerrar, to close, and abierto comes from abrir, to open. And these are very common verbs which usually appear in the exam. This article deals with electric bikes in Argentina. Firstly, we must read the questions. Where in Argentina are electric bikes becoming more popular? Why are electric bikes good for people over 50? And what does the article say about the cost of electric bikes? La popularidad de las bicicletas eléctricas está subiendo en los pueblos y en las montañas porque puedes pedalear fácilmente. Son prácticas para las personas de más de 50 años porque es posible hacer viajes de más distancia. Están también de moda con los niños y adolescentes. Sin embargo, una de las desventajas es que las bicicletas eléctricas pesan bastante. Es verdad que algunos modelos de bicicletas eléctricas son muy caros. Las bicicletas eléctricas de segunda mano también cuestan mucho. Afortunadamente, los expertos dicen que los precios van a bajar en el futuro. Before showing you the answers of question 3, you must know the meaning of these two verbs. Subir, to go up, and bajar, to go down. They are commonly used to describe trends of prices, temperatures, sales, or movement, as in this question. As you see here, electric bikes are becoming more popular in towns and mountains. Remember, los pueblos, towns, las montañas, mountains. Electric bikes are practical or good for people over 50 because they can go on longer trips. You should know viajar, to travel, and from that we have hacer viajes, to go on trips, although it literally means to make trips. Finally, the experts say that prices are going down in the future. Van a bajar. And you should also know dicen, which comes from the verb decir, to say.